Good afternoon, students. Today I am discussing my topic on CMOS inverter, that is for ECE 6th semester. In this slide or in this lecture, we will understand the complete basics of CMOS inverter. But first, what is the full form of CMOS inverter? In CMOS, C stands for complementary, M stands for metal, O for oxide, and S for semiconductor. Also, the term inverter, you have studied the basic gates like logic gates. We have the NOT gate, and the operation of NOT gate is that if we provide the input as 1, you are getting the output as 0. Similarly, if you are providing the input at 0 volt, you are getting the output as 1 or VCC. So this gate is basically the inverter. It is acting as the inverter because it is just doing the inversion between input and output. So this is called the inversion, but we have done the inverter using the basic gates. Now we have to perform the inverter or inversion operation using CMOS. So next, first we will study how many types of CMOS we have. We have two types of MOSFET. One is the N-type and other is the P-type. Now N-type is simple because in N-type the drain current ID flows from drain to source, that is NMOS. Current flows from drain to source, and in P-type the drain current flows from source to drain. So these are the two types of MOSFET, and we can differentiate very easily by just looking at the flow of current. So this is the basic difference, but you should know the variety of symbols of NMOS and PMOS. So we will study here about that. The first symbol, we have the basic symbol. You can see the three terminals of MOSFET, that is gate, drain and source. Three terminal device, and the respective voltage we have at the input side as VGS, that is the voltage between gate and source, and here we have the VDS output voltage between drain and source, and the current flowing here is drain current. So the drain current is flowing from drain to source, and also we have IG is equal to 0, gate current is 0, and we have the gap between these two plates. So there is no physical channel, but there is a virtual channel when this MOSFET is on. So this is one of the symbol where the plate size is not same, but we have one more type where the plate size is same and same, that is the symbol of PMOS, in which the current flows from source to drain, and the input side the voltage is between the VSG, that is between source and gate, and output voltage is between source and drain, and current flows from source to drain, and that is a major difference between NMOS and PMOS. Bubble represents the PMOS. In this slide, we will see how NMOS and PMOS behaves as the short circuit and the open circuit. First as NMOS. Now we will see the first symbol, that is NMOS, because the current flowing from drain to source, and we have three terminals and have the input at the gate side, and this MOSFET will behaves as short circuit or behaves as a open circuit. Now first is, that is A input between gate and source. At the gate side A is input. If input A is 1 in NMOS, then the transistor behaves as a closed circuit or short circuit. But if the input is 0, then it behaves like a open circuit. So this is the case for NMOS. Now what about PMOS? We have the same thing, but bubble is present. This clearly means we are talking about the PMOS. PMOS is the opposite of NMOS. So here the logic is opposite. In this, if A is input is 0, then the transistor behaves as a closed switch, and this means this would change to closed switch. But if input is 1, A is 1, then it is an open switch. Now this is the differential between NMOS and PMOS. Next is the working of CMOS. Now we will understand the working of CMOS inverter. In this slide, if you know the logic of PMOS and CMOS, NMOS, so at the upper side we have PMOS as bubble is present, and at the lower side or pull down we have NMOS transistor. Now respective voltages and current would be present, and the current flowing is ID, that is drain current, and the voltage for PMOS is VSG, that is the voltage between source and gate, and VGS voltage for NMOS between gate and source. Similarly, we have VSD voltage for PMOS and VDS for NMOS. So this is the basic idea of the configuration and the circuit, but the logical part is the input is shorted at the gate side, so we are provided the common input to the both the NMOS and PMOS. Similarly, we are getting the common output from this side. So when input is 0 means I am getting 0 at the upper side and also at the lower side. For the NMOS, if input is 0, then NMOS would be off. That means it acts as a open switch. And if we were providing 0 for PMOS at the gate side, it is on and behaves like a short circuit or closed switch. And you can see the output is VCC, that is 1. So it is clear that if input is 0, then the output is 1, that is VCC. Similarly, if we are providing 1 at the input side, here if we apply 1 at the input side, so for NMOS the input is 0. For then NMOS behaves as a if input is 1, then we are providing for NMOS 1, that means NMOS behaves as a closed switch, and if we are providing 1 for PMOS, then it is off and behaves like a open switch, and we are getting the output as 0 because upper side transistor behaves as a open switch, and lower side it behaves like a closed switch, so output is 0. So this is all about the working of CMOS inverter. Now next we will see the input and output characteristics. So these are the input characteristics and its output characteristics of CMOS inverter. So when we talking about the input characteristics, y-axis is the current, that is drain current, and x-axis is the input voltage VGS, that is the voltage between gate and source. Now if VGS is greater than VTHN, VTHN is the threshold voltage, then MOSFET is on. MOSFET is on, then if we were provide voltage, that is VGS greater than VTHN, then current will increase and you increase the input voltage. If the input voltage increases more, then the current is also increases. Similarly, if the input voltage is VGS, that is input voltage is VGS, that is less than VTHN, then no current flows, that means ID is equal to 0. Now we will study about the output characteristics. In this we have 3 types of regions like cutoff, linear, and third one is saturation region. Now first let us start with the cutoff region. When VDS is the voltage between drain and source terminal. When VDS is less than 0, that means VDS is negative. Then MOSFET is in cutoff region, that means MOSFET transistor is in off state. Offset means where current is zero, that means drain current is equal to zero, no current flows in the MOSFET. So this happens when the input voltage, this also happens when the input voltage VGS is less than threshold voltage as well. So then we have the linear region. In this region VDS is positive. VDS is positive means we can also say that VDS is less than VGS minus VTHN. Then this region is called as linear region. The voltage, that is VGS minus VTHN, is also called as driver voltage, which is represented as VOB. Now one more point I want to discuss here, that if VDS is equal to VGS minus VTH, what will happen? That means if VDS is equal to driver voltage and VDS is greater than driver voltage, then what will happen in this case? In this case, MOSFET is in saturation region. Saturation means maximum current flows. Saturation means the MOSFET will have the straight line at the output, that is maximum current, drain current as maximum. If you are changing the output, if you are changing the voltage, it would not affect the output because MOSFET is in saturation. That means it will provide the maximum current, because the current is a maximum means constant, remains constant in saturation region. So I hope you understood all the three regions and working of CMOS inverter as well. That's